Hey, trans brothers and sisters, what's going on? It is Derek, and this is week number, I think I always get this wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's week number 17. Um, and the topic this week is where do I get my testosterone, or where did I get my testosterone? How did I get it? Um, well, first of all, I get mine from Costco, which is kind of one of those like big wholesale pharmacy. Well, it's not even really just a pharmacy. I mean, it's like a. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Sam's Club, and I think that is nationwide because I think it's affiliated with Walmart. So it's not a Sam's Club, but it's something very similar. It's like Sam's Club's competitor locally. So anyway, you don't have to have a membership to get into the pharmacy part. So I just go there. I did call around when I was prescribed my tea, and I didn't really want to wait for Stro Hackers. I know Stro Hackers is an online pharmacy that you can. My cat is going apeshit. Anyway, it's an online pharmacy that you can order all your supplies from for like 55 or 60 bucks or something like that. I don't know. It's something super cheap. And a lot of people get their supplies there because it comes with all your injecting, your needles, syringes. I think it even comes with like alcohol swabs and all that stuff, which I guess I don't know for sure because I don't order it that way. But anyway, that's what I always hear is that it comes with all of the injecting supplies. So mine from Costco is 55 bucks. However, and it doesn't come with any of the injecting supplies. However, it was local. I drove like 5 minutes to get it, and they had like another one sitting on the shelf. So clearly, it's something that they stock enough of that I don't think I ever need to worry about them not having it. I also live in a very metro area, so I don't think it should ever be an issue. But yeah, so 55 bucks. My needles and syringes are supplied by my doctor, or they're prescribed by my doctor. Unfortunately, last time, or the only time, this is actually the first bottle that I've ever had. I'm going on, I'll be at 5 months in about 2.5 weeks here, and I think that should take care of that bottle. So for 55 bucks for 5 months, that's amazing. Because I have to do that for the rest of my life, as you guys all know. Yeah, so my doctor prescribed me 22 gauge needles the first time around, which I didn't use any of because there's also a needle exchange or a shop clinic, as they call it, in the metro area here in Minneapolis, that does needle exchanges. So basically, when I'm done, I got my sharps container, all my smaller. I went there and got like 23 gauge needles and 18 gauge needles for drying to make that process go faster. I got all those from them, and then Sharps container. So whenever that Sharps container is full, I can bring it to them. They'll swap it out. They'll give me a new one. So kind of cool. But yeah, so that is that is where I get my testosterone. As for how I got it, I chose to do some pretty serious therapy. I was going once a week, starting I believe it was June, either late June or early July of last year, 2011, I started going to see a therapist that dealt specifically with gender identity issues because I knew what was going on. I just, I didn't know where to start. So I started there. I'm a pretty firm believer that therapy is beneficial to all situations. Somebody who isn't feeling right for any reason, it never hurts to go talk to somebody. So, I took the full-on once-a-week approach and did that for a long time, I think, until I came out to my parents in December. I want to say maybe it was either beginning of November or beginning of December that I came out to my parents. But anyway, and at that point, I think I started dropping down to like once every 2 weeks, and then I went to once every 3 weeks. Now I'm down to once every 4 weeks, once a month. And I think that's also pretty beneficial as I go through the coming out at work process and adjusting to the changes that are happening to me. At this point, 4 to 5 plus months, up to that year mark, there's some pretty significant changes that it'll be nice to have somebody to sit down and talk to about those and gather some advice and all that good stuff. So, as well as everybody on this channel and YouTube, always good resources. So, and if I can ever be a resource to any of you guys that might be watching this that haven't started transitioning yet, I am absolutely open. You can always inbox me, or you can, write on my YouTube page or whatever you want to do. I'm always here to answer your questions. So, but yeah, so I went to therapy for a good 6 months before I even requested my testosterone letter. I think that she probably would have given it to me whenever I had asked for it. I'm not sure what the rules are in Minnesota. I think it might be 3 months. You have to go to a mandatory 3 months of therapy before you can actually get your therapist to, write you the letter to go get hormones. But I'm not 100% sure on that. I mean, for all I know, I could have walked right in and got it. I guess I don't really know for sure. But I chose to wait, and I think for me it was a really good idea, because I was able to get all of my ducks in a row, so they say, just so I was really prepared. It's been a very slow process for me, but worth every minute of the wait. So set up an appointment in the end of December. Actually, I take that back. I took the whole first week of the year off from work, and during that week is when I went to the doctor. And surprisingly, he didn't even run any blood tests or anything, which typically they'll have to run blood tests, make sure that you're, essentially healthy enough to begin taking testosterone, because of the fact that it, could kind of mess with your good cholesterol and your bad cholesterol and your blood sugar and all that, all kinds of little things. But I guess his logic was, he's dealt with enough transgendered men and women that I trust him. He suggested that I just wait, start it whenever I was ready. He gave me the prescription, gave me a prescription for androgel and for injections, told me to compare prices, told me to gather my thoughts on them, tear the one up, get the other one, and I went with injections because at the time I was dating somebody and I was a little afraid of the androgel, so went with injections, happy about that decision. Kind of lost my train of thought there. Basically, yeah, get the testosterone, start taking it whenever, and then come in for my 3-month checkup. So, which I did. All my blood was straight down the middle, perfectly healthy. So that's always a good thing. Good doctor. His name is Dr. David Bucher. Again, he's in St. Paul, but the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. There's another doctor around here. I can't remember her name. I actually was going to go to her first. However, she had a huge waiting list. I couldn't have gotten in there until like the end of January. And going with Bucher, I was already a good 3.5 weeks in on T at that point. So awesome. That's how I went about getting testosterone. Lots and lots of therapy, lots and lots of soul searching, and a good doctor. So again, if you guys have any questions for me, let me know. Otherwise, sorry about the late post here. I kind of forgot and got a little tied up last night. So here I am, and until next week, guys. Peace out.